Hello, welcome to my shop again. In the previous video I showed you how to scarf the ends of a bandsaw blade so you can weld it together. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do that. See if that jig that I had on the first video works well. And then the next video that I did was how to make the scarf joints on the end using this jig. So today we're going to see if it how well they work here. So we'll just zoom in on this jig again, just as a review. If you haven't seen how I made it and demonstration on that, watch the first video. But it's just 3 pieces of angle iron. It has a guide where we're going to line up the blade to on this side. This is where we're going to weld it. This will clamp it, the blade down securely. And then this is an additional clamp which clamps it down towards the end there, so everything will be lined up good. Anyway, I'll show you, the next thing I'll show you here is how to put the blade in and get it set up for welding, and then we'll silver braze it together. Okay, here's the ends of the bandsaw blade with the scarf joint put on using a 1 to 10 degree angle. The body of the bandsaw measures 250 thousandths. So if you multiply that by 10, you get a 1/4 of an inch. So from the end to where it ends should be about a 1/4 of an inch if you've done it right there. So anyway, that's how it looks, and we'll put it in this jig here. Okay, on this jig here, all we have to do is slide the bandsaw blade in from one side till it gets into the center, and it doesn't always work as well, so it comes out right in the middle there. Now I've got the other one already in here ready to go, but before I do that I've got to put some special soldering. Well, you keep using that word soldering because that's what you're acquainted with, but this is actually brazing. And the reason it's called brazing is because the temperature is above 500 degrees. Below 500 degrees, the term used to join metal with a dissimilar metal is called soldering. Above 500 degrees, it's actually called brazing. Now the next thing I have to do is get a little piece of silver. Now I bought this silver from a jewelry, we split that, a jewelry supply place, and then later on I found out that I have to cut a little bit of that, hopefully I don't lose it. And then I'm going to just put that little thin piece in between there. Now I found out later that Lee Valley has you can buy the whole kit from Lee Valley with the paste and the silver, and it's probably where you'd want to get it. And I'll just tighten this up. And that's how she looks there. I'll just tip that up so you can see it there. The teeth should be right up against the guide, and we've got our overlap here. It's all clamped down, ready to go. So let's give it a try here. Okay, to silver braze this together, you need a heat source, and a common one, of course, is a little propane torch. It may not give you enough heat unless you have a really good one, and you can also get different cylinders that give you much higher heat as well. So if you're doing this with one of these, use the one with the highest temperature that you can get, and it'll work quite well. I've seen a number of people doing it on the internet, and they're using propane, but today I'm going to use propane oxygen mix through this torch here. So I just have to start it up here. That's the propane burning there. Now to get the oxygen to mix, when you use one of these things, if you just add the oxygen, it quite often doesn't come up to the center. And this will give lots of heat here, so I'll heat it a little bit at the bottom here. And when it turns red, you can see that red there. It should have flowed and should be all done. That's all there is to it. Well, that was pretty easy. Now we'll just loosen up the wing nets here and pop it out of here. And then I'll show you how to clean up the grazed area. And that's what it looks like there. And being that I have a 1/4 inch area there where the silver is joined on, it should be much stronger than the bought welding ones that are just butt welded. I've had those break often. It's going to be interesting to see how long one of these actually lasts if it ever comes apart. Okay, to clean up this joint here, I'm going to use this little power file, you might say. There's other ways you can do it too, but I found this works well because I already have it. Okay, that's one side, and believe it or not, you can turn these blades inside out, so you can do the other side. Just turn it like that. Now I got the other side up. Where'd the join go? There's the join right there. Okay, I'll just clamp that in there and give it another. I did that rather quickly. Now I'm going to mic that and see what it says. See if I have to fix that. Okay, I'm just showing a few thousandths over, so I'll have to just polish that a little bit better, but you just have to take a little time and get it so it's just perfect all the way across there. Okay, well, the next step I'm going to show you is how to sharpen the blade. This will be another video. And just remind you again that the silver or a jig can be got from Lee Valley. They have an excellent little kit there for 25 bucks for the silver and